Okay, it's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 and home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Of course, you know it's your folk, B-High. Radio shouting, stepping in the building. I got a new artist that's tearing up the streets as we speak. Polo G, what's good with it, my dog?
What's up? How you feeling?
Man, feeling good, feeling great, man. Now, I mean, let's get straight to it. This new banger, Pop Out, it's tearing up this radio down here in the South, man. Break that hit down to me, my dog.
Man, it was me and my boy TJ from New York. You feel me? We was into each other music wise, and then it's just like somebody linked us up. We hit the stew and made it happen.
I can definitely dig it. Now, I mean, how long have you been down with the music though?
I mean, I've been knowing how to rap since I was a little kid, but I've been taking it seriously for about two years now.
I can definitely dig that. Now, I mean, transitioning in these streets, man, making this music and being able to get up through there with it, because, I mean, 2 years, that's a pretty decent time to be rapping. But how do you feel now having this song playing all over the country, going all the way up, though, man?
I just feel like that's one milestone, you feel me? And I'm ready just to keep making progress and keep building my brand and building my legacy.
I can definitely dig it. Now, where you from with it, Polo?
From Chicago.
Talk to me about coming out of the Chi-Town with it, man. I mean, what was that like growing up in there, and how did that impact your creative process, man?
I mean, coming from Chicago, it's a lot of pros and cons, you feel me? You got the bad that, you feel me, mold you into the person that you're gonna become, and then you got the, you feel me, the good things as far as like we inventors of a lot of things. We like, you feel me, carry the wave, we invent the wave almost. So It's just like it's a couple of pros and cons, but it influenced my music by you feel me, everything that went on around me. I was able to tell my story and my point of view. So
exactly. How has the home team been reacting to this newfound success, though, man? Because, I mean, for a hometown guy to be able to blow up like you've been doing, that's got to feel good.
They've been real receptive to it. It's like since really day one, since I first kicked this off, it's like Chicago was always rocking with me from day one.
Now, you know, Chicago is in the news for all the hell that's being raised all the time. Answer me this, man. I ask everybody from Chicago this. Is it going down that bad up there the way you can't even wake up in the morning barely?
Man, it's going down to that extent, but it's just like probably like not to the extreme, to the way people make it seem. It's like we ain't just walking around with our guns out shooting up at everybody. It's just like everybody got their own beef, and you feel me? That's really what it is.
How was it for you navigating the streets early and making sure that you was able to be successful without getting caught up in the things that happen to young black men growing up in the streets, though, man?
Like I had to have a lot of wake up calls. You feel me? It's like you can get them first couple of wake up calls and then you overlook them, but then it's like it take that one to register for you to finally change and see like you gotta stop what you're doing.
What was the one that finally woke you up, though, Polo?
Like getting locked up for the last time. Actually, in the next 2 days, I've been out for a year without going back. So it was like that last time I went and walked out of that place. I'm like, I ain't going back up in there.
What was it that made you change your whole mindset coming out of that last time? Because you got a lot of folks that just say, you know what, I'm gonna be in and out of jail my whole life, and I don't give a damn.
I just got tired of seeing the same things. I got tired of letting my peoples down. I felt like it was time to, you feel me, just take control of my situation.
Mm-hmm. When you started taking control of your situation, how did that make you feel, though? And was music something that you really felt like you could be successful at, or is it just something you kind of stumbled upon?
I mean, both. It's like I kind of just stumbled upon the music thing, even though I knew I can do it. But it's like all the way, like from day one, I always felt confident in my ability to rap. So it's like, I know I can do this. Exactly.
Now, getting into the game, is it everything that you thought it would be, or is it kind of wilder than you ever imagined?
It's like a lot of things that surprised me and shocked me along the way, but a lot of things that I expected, because it's like I just trained my mind that's the field that I'll be working in.
Yeah. What were some of the things that shocked you and surprised you, though?
Just like the milestones I hit, just like the fan reactions and things of that sort. It's like that was pretty shocking to me just to see I came that long of a way.
Exactly. What is it like for you being a young man in the game, being able to live out your dream, though, man? Because a lot of guys, hell, it's hard enough to barely even make it to 20. let alone living out your whole dream and wildest fantasies at the same time. So, I mean, what has that experience been like for you being able to say, you know what, I'm doing this on a level that, you know, is crazy right now?
It's like sometimes it's like I feel like this was supposed to happen to me for me because I spoke it into existence, but then sometimes it still be crazy. Like, dang, I'm really here. Like, about a few months ago, I was just still at the crib, you feel me, trying to figure out how I'm gonna make $1.
Exactly.
Like, my whole situation changed.
How is it adjusting to those changes and those transitions, though, man? Because like you said, a couple months ago, you was on a whole different end of the spectrum, and now a few months later, you on flights and doing shows and folks reacting to you. So what was that like mentally having to deal with that? And then also for the family and friends, how did they deal with that transition too, man?
I mean, like, I ain't gonna lie, starting off, I had to adjust because it was like a little rocky. Like, I had to get used to it, but it's like really I learned like to just, feel me, take everything one day at a time.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
What is it that you like most about the rap game right now, man?
The thing I love the most about the rap game is just like creating a nice song and, you feel me, a nice visual to go with it. I really enjoy shooting the videos, rocking the show, things of that sort.
That's right. Now, Miss Capalot, break that banger down to me.
Miss Capalot, that came along like I was just in the crib in my feelings, you feel me? Everybody getting in on something.
You damn right.
So it's just like, I'm like, yeah, I think I should do something different and, you feel me, just show my versatility.
Exactly. So now, what are your favorite songs that you done recorded so far, man, that you feel like you just really got your stuff off on them?
My favorite song, as far as a release song, would be Battle Cry. My favorite unreleased song that's about to drop is Deep Wounds. I know it's gonna shake the streets up.
I mean, break down this Deep Wounds to me, man.
Deep Wounds, it's a lot of mixed emotions within the song. 1 minute it's inspirational, 1 minute you want to let out your rage, 1 minute you want to get in your feelings, you feel me? It's like you gonna have a lot of different emotions listen to that song.
So now, talk to me about being so transparent in your music, man. What is it that make you talk about real life emotions and feelings in that music versus capping the whole time?
It's like everything I went through was so real to the point like I don't want to talk about nothing else. I want to let everybody know my story for real because I know I got the same story as a lot of other young black dudes.
What is it like when you see your fans and they actually are able to relate to those stories and they're able to say, hey, man, Polo, you don't understand, boy, but that song right there did something for me, bro?
It's like I be real happy to hear things like that because I know when I was going through things, like I used to go to certain artists or just create music, and it's like I'm glad to see that it's working.
Exactly. Now, the name Polo G, that's a slick-ass name. What made you call yourself that, bro?
I always used to love Polo coming up. I always used to tell my mama go grab that, and then the G, the G stand for Gucci. That's for my friend who passed away.
Oh, that's cold. Now, I mean, can you talk about your friend Gucci that passed away and how that impacted you?
It's like that really like messed up my understanding. Like I ain't understand like how I'm only 15, my homie only 16 years old, and he, you feel me, died to gunfire. Like it really messed up my understanding for life.
How were you able to deal with that? Because, see, back in my day, too, I had a few homies die back when we was in high school. And for me, I mean, I like to say a Goody Mob quote, CeeLo Green, he said, you know, Bean, I'm going to make it for you. Maybe the life and the stuff that you gave was for me to take my life more serious and stuff like that. And for you, did that make you say, you know what, I got to do this for Gucci? You see what I'm saying? Or was it one of those things? Did it automatically make you straighten up when he passed, or was you still out there acting up?
It's like it was like the first step, but it's like it took a lot of more events after that. Like I was still young and dumb, still trying to figure who I am as a person, figure out who I am as a person. So it's like that was just the first step.
Exactly. So now that you done figured it out, man, I mean, where you want to take it, Polo?
I mean, I want to take it to the top. I want to be the biggest thing in hip hop one day.
Exactly. Talk about getting in that studio and creative process, man. When you're going in there and you recording, what is that like for you, man?
For the most part, I go in prepared, but it's like sometimes if the beat's so cold, I catch a vibe and just go in there and rip it.
Okay. So you've been on the write and you've been on the freestyle in there. Yeah. Which one you like better, writing or freestyling?
I like the writing process better because it's like the song more well thought out.
Facts. So I mean, talk to me when it comes to those bars. Is it something that you might catch where you riding around town, or is it something that's going on in your life that you say, you know what, let me just go ahead and rhyme this thing up, and that whole creative process right there?
Both. I could be playing 2K, a couple bars pop up in my head, I'm grabbing my phone. It's like I could be going through some things. I'm like, man, I need to talk, get this out. You feel me? Because I know I'm not the type to vent.
Exactly. What is your favorite part of the rap game right now, man?
My favorite part of the rap game, man, I say, yeah, that's like the music making part. Like, as if I make a hit that I know that's real receptive to the fans and everybody is like that feel good to me.
I can definitely dig it. Now, moving forward, what artists do you want to work with, man? Or are you just like, you know what, I'm gonna do my own thing out here in these streets?
For the most part, like I be more focused on like just making my name hot, but I would be open to like working with an artist like Meek Mill. I really like the music he make. Drake, Lil Baby, artists like that.
Yeah. Growing up, who was the artist that you were listening to even coming out of Chicago with it?
I was listening to Herb,
Yeah.
Chief Keef, Lil Durk. I was listening to them artists, but as far as mainstream, I was listening to Lil Wayne.
Okay. Yeah.
Big Lil
Wayne was
Wayne,
hard.
yeah.
Coach still is one of the GOATs, you know.
Yeah.
So now when you think about making GOAT music, do you feel any pressure now that you're on the main stage with it to go ahead and just really apply yourself?
Not really, because it's like it just come naturally for me. Like even for when them points of time where I get the writer's block and I ain't really made no songs that I feel like one of them songs in a minute, it's like I know it's gonna come because it's just in me.
Exactly. Now, when you think about young black men and gun violence, from Gucci, your partner, all the way up to Nipsey Hussle, man, what kind of messages do you feel like, are you able to put those messages in your music to kind of help folks through those situations to kind of prevent them from doing that, or do you just kind of narrate it and explain to folks why these kind of situations occur?
I got the ability to do both because being so close to it and being in that, it's like you be able to see it from a lot of different perspectives if you got the ability to think outside the box. So it's like I'll be able to tell it from every different perspective.
Exactly. Now, I mean, projects on the way, man. I mean, what we need to be looking out for in this thing, my dog.
Die Legend, June 7th.
Die Legend, what's going on this thing, man? Because, I mean, that's a slick-ass name, too.
Die Legend is about 14 tracks, all heat, you know. I gotta show my versatility on that, and then it's like you track 1 through 14, you gonna rock with it a lot.
What was it like putting this together for you? Now, is this your first full project, or what's it about?
This is my first project ever.
Okay. So now, what was your mindset going into this first project? Did you feel like, okay, this one is about to be the craziest thing you ever heard in your life? Did you hold back any tracks? Because, see, I know y'all artists like to go in there and record 100 songs and keep songs in the tuck, too. So what was it like putting this project together for you?
My process for this is like, I held back a few songs, but for the most part, like, when I went in there and recorded everything, I'm like, Die Legend, Die Legend. That's all I had in my head. So for the most part, every song I was making was for the project.
Exactly. Producers that you work with, man. I mean, how did you get them vibes going?
I really keep it at home when it comes to producers. Like I'll be rocking with JTK, DJ AO, Sonic, Apollo. Like I really like to work with producers from Chicago because I know they can catch my sound better.
That's right. That's right. Now, lastly, man, anything else you want to get off your chest? And how can these folks contact you, Polo?
Once again, Die Legend dropping June 7th. Be on the lookout for that. And you can follow me on Instagram at polo.capalot, POLO.CAPALOT.
I can dig it. Polo! My dog, appreciate you coming through this thing. Boy, I wish you nothing but the best and much success. Be High Radio Shout. It's Hot 107.9, man. Let's go.